I am a sick man. I am a wicked man. An unattractive man. I think my liver hurts. However, I don't know a fig about my sickness, and I'm not sure what it is that hurts me. I'm not being treated, never have been, though I respect medicine and doctors. What's more, I am also superstitious in the extreme. Well, at least enough to respect medicine. I'm sufficiently educated not to be superstitious, but I am. No, sir. I refuse to be treated out of wickedness. Now, you will certainly not be so good as to understand this. Well, sir, but I understand it. I will not, of course, be able to explain to you precisely who is going to suffer in this case for my wickedness. I know perfectly well that I will in no way muck things up for the doctors by not taking their treatment. I know better than anyone that by all this I am harming only myself and no one else. But still, if I don't get treated, it is out of wickedness. My liver hurts. Well, then let it hurt even worse. I've been living like this for a long time, about 20 years. I'm 40 now. I used to be in the civil service. I no longer am. I was a wicked official. I was rude and took pleasure in it. After all, I didn't accept bribes, so I had to reward myself at least with that. A bad witticism, but I won't cross it out. I wrote it thinking it would come out very witty, but now seeing it for myself, I simply had a vile wish to swagger. I purposely won't cross it out. When petitioners would come for information to the desk where I sat, I'd gnash my teeth at them, and felt an inexhaustible delight when I managed to upset someone. I almost always managed. They were timid people for the most part, petitioners, you know, but among the fops there was one officer I especially could not stand. He simply refused to submit and kept rattling his saber disgustingly. I was at war with him over that saber for a year and a half. In the end I prevailed. He stopped rattling. However, that was still in my youth. But do you know, gentlemen, what was the main point about my wickedness? The whole thing precisely was, the greatest nastiness precisely lay, in my being shamefully conscious every moment, even in moments of the greatest bile, that I was not only not a wicked, but was not even an embittered man, that I was simply frightening sparrows in vain, and pleasing myself with it. I'm foaming at the mouth, but bring me some little doll, give me some tea with a little bit of sugar, and maybe I'll calm down. I'll even wax tender-hearted, though afterwards I'll certainly gnash my teeth at myself and suffer from insomnia for a few months out of shame. Such is my custom. And I lied about myself just now when I said I was a wicked official. I lied out of wickedness. I was simply playing around both with the petitioners and with the officer, but as a matter of fact I was never able to become wicked. I was conscious every moment of so very many elements in myself, most opposite to that. I felt them simply swarming in me, those opposite elements. I knew they had been swarming in me all my life, asking to be let go out of me, but I would not let them. I would not. I purposely would not let them out. They tormented me to the point of shame. They drove me to convulsions, and, finally, I got sick of them. Oh, how sick I got. But do you not perhaps think, gentlemen, that I am now repenting of something before you, that I am asking your forgiveness for something? I'm sure you think so. However, I assure you that it is all the same to me even if you do. Not just wicked. No, I never even managed to become anything. Neither wicked nor good. Neither a scoundrel nor an honest man. Neither a hero nor an insect. And now I am living out my life in my corner, taunting myself with the spiteful and utterly futile consolation that it is even impossible for an intelligent man seriously to become anything, and only fools become something. Yes, sir, an intelligent man of the 19th century must be, and is morally obliged to be, primarily a characterless being, and a man of character, an active figure, primarily a limited being. This is my 40-year-old conviction. I am now 40 years old, and after all, 40 years is a whole lifetime. After all, it's the most extreme old age. To live beyond 40 is indecent, banal, immoral. Who lives beyond 40? Answer me sincerely. Honestly, I'll tell you who does. Fools and scoundrels do. I'll say it in the faces of all the elders, all these venerable elders, all these silver-haired and sweet-smelling elders. I'll say it in the whole world's face. I have the right to speak this way, because I myself will live to be 60. I'll live to be 70. I'll live to be 80. Wait, let me catch my breath. You no doubt think, gentlemen, that I want to make you laugh. Here, too, you're mistaken. I am not at all such a jolly man as you think, or as you possibly think. If, however, irritated by all this chatter, and I already feel you are irritated, you decide to ask me, what precisely am I? Then I will answer you. I am one collegiate assessor. I served so as to have something to eat, but solely for that. And when last year one of my distant relations left me 6,000 rubles in his will, I resigned at once and settled into my corner. I lived in this corner before as well, but now I've settled into it. My room is wretched, bad, on the edge of the city. My servant is a village woman, old, wicked from stupidity, and always bad-smelling besides. I'm told that the Petersburg climate is beginning to do me harm, and that with my negligible means, life in Petersburg is very expensive. I know all that. I know it better than all these experienced and most wise counselors and waggers of heads. But I am staying in Petersburg. I will not leave Petersburg. I will not leave because... but it's all completely the same whether I leave or not. But anyhow, what can a decent man speak about with the most pleasure? Answer? About himself. So then I, too, will speak about myself.